What on earth is this? What kind of puppy is wandering here? While fishing one quiet morning, the man noticed movement in the corner of his eye. An animal was slowly making its way toward him. At first, he thought his eyes were playing tricks on him. She was small, with soft fur and curious eyes, but there was something unusual about her appearance. He had never seen anything quite like her before. His first guess was that she might be a young raccoon, still learning to explore the world. It was obvious she was just a cub. What surprised him most was not how she looked, but how she acted. Wild animals usually keep their distance, but this little one seemed drawn to him. She stayed close, circling him with cautious steps, and then simply sat a few feet away as if deciding to keep him company. He had never expected a wild creature to show such gentle curiosity, almost like a lost pet. Wherever he went, she followed. He wondered if she might need help. She looked healthy, no limping, no wounds, but she seemed far too young to be on her own. Had she been separated from her family? Was she hungry? The man kept fishing, occasionally glancing her way, but she didn't leave. When it was time to pack up and head home, he returned his catch to the water as he always did. Yet the little cub still refused to leave his side. After a long moment, he said a quiet goodbye and walked away alone. A few days later, he returned to the same fishing spot. As soon as he stepped onto the bank, he heard faint rustling and soft animal sounds. There she was, the little cub, coming out from the brush as if she had been waiting for him. Could she have remembered him? He still had no idea why she was there alone. Had her parents abandoned her? Or had something happened to them? He decided to offer her something to eat. Carefully, he set aside a few fish from his catch and placed them nearby. She approached without fear, sniffing the fish before eagerly eating. Just like last time, she stayed beside him for the rest of the day, never wandering far. When it was time to go home again, he checked his basket. That day, he released only one fish back into the water and gave the rest, all the fresh cushion carp, to her. From that day forward, he found himself thinking about her often. He began fishing in different spots, just so he could bring more food for her. Each time he returned to that place, she was there, waiting, watching, and ready to greet him. Over time, they built an unlikely bond. She always seemed to know when he would arrive, appearing as soon as his boots touched the ground. When it was time to leave, she would follow him closely, her little paws patting softly behind him. More than once, it seemed like she wanted to go home with him. But the man knew she belonged to the wild. Her freedom was part of who she was. Still, to keep her safe, he would distract her with fish before slipping away. A month passed, and the little cub had grown. Her fur was thicker, her legs stronger, and her face sharper. Looking at her now, the man finally realized she wasn't a raccoon at all. She was a raccoon dog, a rare and fascinating wild animal. Despite growing older, she still came to him for fish, her eyes lighting up whenever he opened his basket. He always chose the best fish for her, making sure they were fresh and easy for her to eat. With age came change. She became more cautious, listening to every sound around her, her instincts sharpening like any wild creature's would. Her appetite had grown too, and now the man had to fish longer to keep her full. Sometimes she was already hungry before he had even finished his catch, pacing near the water as if urging him to hurry. Every morning, he arrived early, knowing she would soon appear. She would trot down to the water's edge, play in the shallows, and follow him closely. Sometimes she would nudge his hands, convinced he was hiding food there. Even when fish were lying in plain sight on the ground, she wouldn't notice until he pointed them out. Then, with a quick snap, she'd pick one up and wander off, her tail swaying happily. It was an unusual friendship, one between a man and a wild raccoon dog, but it was real. And every time he saw her waiting for him, he knew he would keep coming back as long as she needed him.